Some members of the business community have started raising what they hope will be a 5 billion peso scholarship fund for engineering and science majors. The goal is to award 100 to 200 students a year full 4-year scholarships, plus mentorships, internships to graduate men and women who can create high-tech products and services that can make the Philippines an economic leader. The project is known as SuperFund. We spoke with its head, Filipino Shell Chairman, Chua. We've heard for a long time, mostly from the electronics industry, for example, that there's not enough engineers and PhDs here, so we're kind of stuck with the low level or the low value part of the value chain in terms of electronics. I guess that applies to all kinds of technology industries as well. If you're going to be doing 100 to 200 students a year, how is that going to make an impact when China and India are doing 1,000, 10,000 of these per year?
Well, first of all, this is not meant to be the silver bullet that will address everything. What we're trying to do is we want to serve as a catalyst. And the 100 to 200 students per year that we will take in will actually be part of an elite group who will serve as models and inspirations to other youth to take science and technology.
How are you going to get kids interested in science and technology? You know? I think many people will find it unsexy.
Yeah, well, that's a good point, Coco, because again, we have come across information that the main determinants for a student to take a course in university are parents, main influencers. So we are working now on a program to address and target parents, to make them realize that science and technology is sexy, and science and technology courses will give their children a good career.
So this is a marketing campaign?
We will come up with a marketing campaign.
So your own version of It's More Fun in the Philippines?
Yes.
It's more fun,
it's more fun in science and technology. And by the way, it pays more as well.
If science and technology jobs pay more, why aren't there more students going there?
I think it's because people are not aware. You know, it's simply awareness. I mean, if you look at you know, what are the growth areas for the country? You know, mining is a growth sector, energy is a growth sector. Even when you say tourism, you need infrastructure. I mean, all these things, you need engineers, you need scientists to put up roads, airports, to develop the mines and put up power plants and so on. So there's a lot of opportunities available for science and technology graduates.
A few years ago, people were flocking to nursing.
That's right. Well, you know, people have the mentality that, you know, you ask the youth, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go after graduation? They said, I want to go overseas. You know, so they take courses which would be, you know, good courses where they think it's a guaranteed visa to get them overseas. Within
this, in fact, there's also a tiering system there, because one component of it is for postgraduate work, right?
That's correct.
Why have you decided to do it that way?
Well, it's important to, you know, when you're trying to develop scientists and engineers, I mean, we can't stop in undergraduate. And I think this is where companies like EDC, who is the pioneer in terms of focusing on postgraduate, has decided that we need to be world-class. And remember, EDC is in geothermal, and the Philippines is the second biggest geothermal producer in the world of energy. Why
is the business sector interested in this? How has the lack of engineers and science and technology graduates hampered the Philippine economy?
Well, first of all, business sector is interested here because one, because it's good. It's good. I mean, you know, it's the right thing to do. But secondly, there's also a business case because this is an investment of the company. You know, the graduates will also be the main source of employees for the company. A company will come to a country because the skills are there. I mean, why do we have? Why are we number one in BPO for voice? Because the country is, you know, rich in English speaking, so they come here. Why are we very good in terms of BPO for finance back office? We have a lots of accountants and CPAs following US GAAP. You know, so that's why they come here. Why do they go to India for IT? Because India produces a lot of technical graduates, so they go to India, and that's why we're saying, well, we can also produce technical graduates, and they can also come here. You know, so it's really about resource, which becomes very important for any company to decide, you know, should I go in this country or should I go in that country?
If your group makes this contribution, other groups pitch in as well, how is it going to change the quality of the Philippine economy 10 years down the road?
Well, our aspiration is that 10 years down the road, we will have, one, we would have upgraded the quality of education. Two, we would have a more balanced number of graduates in various disciplines. So, by the way, science and technology also applies to agriculture. Yeah? So it's not just like, because you need science in agriculture, and we have that part as well in PhilDev. So our view is that, you know, we would be a country where the quality of graduates, the background of the graduate is such that we will be able to attract more diverse and more science and technology related industries, which will then breed a lot of innovation. And as we said, we start with science and technology education, innovation, entrepreneurship, and then economic development.